Hello again, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode on the Make Mental podcast. Very blessed as always, but this time we don't have one. We don't have two. We don't have three. We have four special guests. We have the entire Winn family with us on the Make Mental podcast today. Thank you all for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is exciting. I think, this is our second multi-person, multi-guest episode, and then I think it's our first ever full family episode here. I don't know if we'll ever get one again, so that's exciting. We're going to get into a lot today, your family dynamic. Obviously, athletics a big part of your journey. But we'll start with Haley, obviously. What was it like to not only get to do what a lot of athletes dream of, but then to be the best at it in the world?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I think, like you said, it had always been my dream since I was younger to play for an Olympic team, but for it to actually happen, I feel like still seems surreal. I have to pinch myself sometimes, kind of forget that, I went to the Olympics and won a gold medal. So it's just crazy to, I don't know, just be here and think about it. But at the same time, I never really had a plan B. Hockey had always been my plan A from the beginning, and just kind of putting in the work and wasn't really interested in anything else. So thank goodness it worked out, because the boys always make fun of me. I'm not really good at anything else. So at least I can be the best at what I do on the ice.
Yeah, that's funny. And I think you're the youngest, correct?
Yeah.
As the youngest in my family, I think we can attribute a lot of our athletic success to our older siblings, because they never took it easy. I mean, I remember just punching my brother in the head when he would beat me. Probably I shouldn't be saying that on a podcast, but I just slide tackle him up soccer. So just taking him out from behind, tackle football in the front yard, just pushing him into the road, because they would never let me win.
Yeah.
And it would piss me.
Yeah.
But now it pays off. Was that the case in your household? Were they checking you in the backyard ice rink?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, our dad built a rink in the backyard. So there's a lot of family videos of us playing 2-on-2. It was always Casey and I against Ryan and Tommy, and there's videos of.
In your memory, who did it the most? Who picked on you the most?
I mean, you and Tommy are close as an age. So
Yeah.
the video that went viral, he's
Tommy's
fucking you up for the boys. You guys are the closest in size.
Yeah.
But Casey also, you were on his team, but whenever you were not on a different team, you also gave it to her.
Yeah. Casey and I butt heads the most.
That's so true.
Yeah.
No, like that.
Well, it wasn't you getting picked on. That's why you don't remember.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Yeah, you usually did the picking.
I was probably. I mean, we're all super competitive, but I don't know. I would get just so mad if I lost.
Would. As if he's still doesn't do
No,
anything.
Casey's strategy is to just, if he loses, it's because we cheated and it didn't actually count.
See, well, he's one of the middle ones, right?
No, he's the oldest.
You're the oldest.
Yeah.
So me, then Ryan, Tommy, Haley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks he's the oldest, though.
I don't know why that is. Must be my skincare routine. It's not good.
Must be the sugar-free drink.
Yeah, it's all the sugar-free drinks. Yeah, catching up.
When, I guess we could talk to each of the brothers on this one. When did you notice that Haley was just different in terms of hockey ability?
Yeah, I mean, so she played with boys her entire life up until how old? 13?
Yeah, 14. I moved to
14. So we always knew she was good, because that's kind of what the trend was back then. If you were a really good girl hockey player, you played with the boys for basically as long as possible. But then I didn't really know wow, she's gonna do something special, until she was at Bishop Kearney playing high school there, and just was heads almost above everyone. And they went to back-to-back national championships there. So that was kind of really the first time that I noticed wow, if she keeps this up, she's gonna be really, really good, do something special.
I don't know if there's a specific moment. I just was always yeah, she's really good.
Fair enough. Sometimes you just know from the beginning.
Yeah, when I was a freshman in college, and I did a road trip to watch her at nationals one year.
Okay.
But it was before that. But it was just kind of I don't know. I feel I used to see how hard she was working and stuff like that, and I almost didn't ever have there wasn't an epiphany. I was just yeah, she's gonna be one of the best players ever. That's kind of how it always felt. There wasn't a moment.
I've got two funny stories. One of them just about her strength, and then the other one more on the hockey side. So Shattuck St. Mary's a legendary prep school up in Minnesota, right? I mean, they've been notoriously good. I'm pretty sure Crosby went there.
Yeah,
A bunch of NHLers have gone there. So I wasn't really fit to go to the school with my abilities, but Haley and I both visited at the same time. They had no idea who I was, so they wanted me to practice with the team. I actually probably had the best practice of my life, but then they offered me a spot, and I was like, wow, they just must really want Haley if they're offering me a spot. So I got offered a spot, and it was, I think, solely just to try and get Haley to come to the school. And then the other story I have is like it was
Didn't
our
work.
first year. No,
Didn't work.
Good thing Haley ended up going to Bishop Kearney, staying close to home. And then the other story is our first year where we were working out together here in Rochester. We worked out in the summers at Next Level, and it was like our first day. We were doing a push day, and we were workout partners, so we were working off the same bench, and yeah, we were benching. And I put on 135 on the bar as a warm up, and I repped it out, and then Haley's up next. So I mean, this is like my 14-year-old sister, maybe 15 at the time. I don't know how old you were, but I was like, all right, Haley, like I'm like going to take the weight off. I'm like, what do you want on the bar, like for a warm up? She's like, I think I can do this, and then she just repped out 135 as a warm up set, and I was like, wow, my little sister's damn near stronger than I am. So that's when I realized her strength, and then the Shattuck story is when I realized how good she is and her pull.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know if I could do 135 now. I mean, there's a lot of different directions we can go with this, but I think I'm curious of where that drive came from, right? Because not every 14-year-old, to Tommy's point, could just pick up a weight and lift it like that, let alone over 100 pounds. Who did you get your drive from and your determination, or was it just something that was always there?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get this question a lot, and I feel like it just came from, like we talked about, like the family dynamic. Like we were always so competitive, and I just wanted to keep up with the boys and like just battle and like wanted to be included in all the games. So I like had to be good enough. Which that's like another story. I was always like, I was called the wink wink, so I'd be able to play, but I wouldn't actually like count. So we'd be playing like wiffle ball, and they're like, "Oh, Haley's up, she's the wink wink," and I just like thought I was playing, but I didn't count. So I had to earn my place in all these games, and I think that's like where my competitiveness came from. But I don't know, the drive. I just think I like obviously love playing hockey, and I still love, and that's what it makes it so special. It's like I feel like I haven't worked a day in my life, and I'm fortunate enough to like do this as a career. But I just think like I truly loved it. I remember like specifically I was at just like a week-long camp. It was with like Shane Prince. He's like an ex-NHL guy. He plays, I don't know, in Russia. We still train together, which is like crazy because I went to his camp. But I was like at camp all day, and then I came home and I was just like shooting pucks. And in my head, I'm like, that's just because I loved what I did. And like they must have saw a video of it, and they're like, "What did you do when you got home?" And I was like, "Oh, I just shot pucks. Like, what else would I do?" And they were like, "You're at camp all day. Like, you're supposed to like go home and relax." But like in my head, it wasn't like me putting in extra work. It was me just like having fun. And like, I think high school, like Bishop Kearney kind of definitely taught me, even more work ethic and discipline and stuff. But it definitely, I don't want to say came naturally because obviously it's, it takes a lot of discipline and hard work, but I think it was just so fun for me that it was like, I didn't have to put a second thought into it. Like, oh, I have to go shoot pucks today. It was just like, super fun.
I know you mentioned your high school a lot, a couple home gyms. It was surreal for me to hear the words Rochester, New York on national television, when it wasn't some crazy story. What is that like for you to not only represent our country and obviously your brothers as well in the spotlight now, but put Rochester kind of out there? How cool was that to know that where you grew up every single day? It's just not well known.
Yeah, you kind of forget, I think, like what a small town it is. Like, I you don't realize a lot of people like grew up watching you, or I got to go visit like my elementary school and middle school and stuff. And then you see those people out, like we were out for ice cream and girls recognize me, or like, I think the first like, not aha moment, but I was like, what the heck is like Tommy and I were flying. Wait, was it us? No, me and Casey. Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
We were flying to Nashville to visit Ryan and Tommy, and like two people recognized me in the airport, and I was just like, this is so crazy. Like you don't feel like, everyone's like, what does it feel like? How different is it? And it's like doesn't feel any different. Like I'm not, a different person all of a sudden just because I got to go to the Olympics and win a gold medal. Like it's still normal, and Rochester is still home, and I still get to come and be with my family and friends. But it is weird, like, you forget that the Olympics is like this world event that like everybody watches. So I don't know. Yeah.
That like means stuff to other people. Like it means something to other people, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know. I didn't go to the Olympics, but I watched the. I'm saying I didn't play in the Olympics. Sorry, is what I meant. But like, I mean, you forget. I mean, she's going and living out her dreams. Like it's no one else's dream. You know what I mean? Like that's Haley's dream. So like, she's going and living her dreams. You can't. I feel like it's easy to like lose. Like forget about the fact that also means something for the other people that have impacted you and been in your community and stuff. Like you kind of, it's not like you forget about it, like as if it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Like you're proud to be able to do that. I'm sure. I'm like speaking for you in a lot of ways, but it's like in the truest form, like when you're most present, like you're doing stuff because internally it's what you want to do and it makes you happy, and then thankfully, like we've all had such this great community that's kind of helped shape us and stuff. So
Yeah. I'm sorry. Just going off that, like I still will be out in public and not know somebody, and they'll come up and say like, "Can you tell your sister just like thank you so much for just like representing us and like country and just this community?" So it's like she said, it's such a small community that like I'll still to this day. I mean, it was only 4 months ago, but get random people just tell your sister thank you. Like that moment was so special for us, like back here.
Yeah.
It's just super cool even for me, somebody come up to me and say that.
I know I don't cry often, but when I do, it's usually sports. It's usually for the U.S. So
Yeah, same.
I think, you were living out your dream, but anytime a U.S. Olympian or U.S. athlete, even if it's not the Olympics, just wins a medal or finishes first, I don't know, just a different feeling. You hear the national anthem again. I don't know if you cried or not when it was there,
yeah,
but I don't know how you
definitely,
couldn't. So,
yeah.
We were.
and again, that goes for any home country. I'm curious. Obviously, we talked about your brothers a little bit and their hockey background. Did you ever think there was a moment that they were good enough to go, and that's what pushed you even harder?
No, I do remember like when I was really young. I don't know what happened, but I like asked mom and dad. I was like, "Wait, so like, I guess I didn't realize that like anybody could technically go to the NHL. Like if you worked hard enough." So I'm like,
We didn't work hard enough, guys.
I'm like, wait, so like, I was like, Casey and Ryan can like actually go to the NHL. This was like, Tommy, we were too young. And they're like, I mean, yeah. And I was like, holy crap, they're going to do it. Like, my brother's going to. But no, I don't know. And then Tommy like almost went D1.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't until like I went to college that I was like, you know what? I could be the best at like.
And then you took it personal.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think, again, I don't know, I can just relate from the youngest sibling perspective. They're all you have to look up to, really. I just remember kind of like your version of the wink wink. I'm 4 years younger than my oldest brother, 2 years from my middle brother. So recess was the only time I would see him in elementary school, and it was awesome because you weren't allowed to go over and play kickball unless you were 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, with the way our elementary school did it. But I was in 2nd grade and got to go play kickball with the older kids just because they knew, and I was always the first pick. At the time, it's the best thing in the world, and like you were like, how am I always safe, never getting out? But like everyone on your age group is just looking over like, how the heck is he over there?
Yeah.
And then you grow up and you figure out that, well, you didn't think they were taking it easy. They actually were taking it easy. And they'll never let you forget that.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool, though, to see as you're growing up, like, the impact it really has on you. Because I wouldn't be playing soccer or have played soccer or coached soccer if it weren't for that.
Yeah.
Do you think if hockey wasn't the sport, you would be very good at a different sport? Or do you think it was, like you said, just hockey or bust that you didn't even think about it?
I mean, I could take this one.
Yeah.
I mean, she would have been good at whatever the hell she wanted to do. Whatever she was interested in, she would have been good at, probably the best. It's not about what she's doing. It's about what she's put into what she's doing. And I think it's hockey or bust because she didn't need a backup plan. And when you're all in on something, when you're fully bought in something, you're willing to put in the 10,000, 20,000 hours and work harder than everybody else. And like, you talk about work ethic, but you don't really know that it's like you build up a capacity over 10 years of putting in those days were like, hey, I just did a long camp, but I'm going to go home and shoot, and I'm going to go do stick handling, which I used to stick handle with her, and I actually stopped doing it because I think I was making her worse. Like she would have been good at whatever the heck she picked. Like the fact that it's hockey or bust is just because like she knew this was her direction at a very young age. You know what I mean? And saying like, oh, she's not good at anything else now. It's like, well, maybe she doesn't want to be. You know what I mean?
I'm sure she is. But
Well,
you're not gonna get her head too fake.
we cooked dinner the other night and we did good together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd
it's
you
good.
make?
I don't know. What did we make?
It was Summer's recipe, like some beef cabbage rolls.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good, but not good enough to.
Yeah.
It's my wife's
It's just
recipe.
like the better I've gotten at hockey, like the worse I've gotten at every other sport.
That's not true.
Okay.
You can still throw a ball.
No, I think I'm athletic. I just like I grew up in a very competitive. Like I also think my brothers like didn't grow up around that many other female. Like I think for an average female, I'm very athletic, but I don't think they realize that.
I guess that's probably true.
Like if you pull out like any other average 23-year-old, I think I would come out pretty high on that.
No, yeah,
Well, you are
that's
an
definitely true.
Olympian, so
Yeah.
No, but that is definitely true. That's definitely true.
Yeah, I'd hope you come out on top. Yeah.
I thought Casey was about to disagree.
no.
But I'm not great compared to them.
Yeah, but like you said, like you just put all those hours into something
Something else.
else, a different sport. Like you picked up lacrosse for like 2 years. I'm pretty sure you were the best on your team.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Malcolm Gladwell, the outliers. You know what I mean? Just all about the work.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's something that people, not everyone, but a lot of people might overlook because we're just used to, and I talk about this a lot on every episode, going from kindergarten to 12th grade, we forget that was 13 years of doing school in order to get a job, right? You can't just wake up and become elite at your sport. You can be blessed with athletic genes. You can have a leg up on the competition, but at the end of the day, it is all that hard work. It is being surrounded by people that support you, and obviously your brothers do. And I'd like to get into that. Whose idea were these outfits? This was insane. I just woke up one day, scrolled through Instagram before work, and I was like, "Is this Casey?" And then I went to work.
I mean, nobody
and
in work.
I showed the person next to me. I showed Jack. I was like, "Is this Casey?" He goes, "It is." And then everyone at once came out of their office and was just like, "Guys, why is Casey famous?"
The outfits were like collaborative, I think.
yeah, I think we
Did them once in Brampton.
Yeah, we did them in Worlds.
Yeah,
Jumpsuits.
I don't know who came. I don't know who.
I think when
who
you came
was
home
like
for
it.
Christmas, I just brought up. I was like, dude, we should have a different outfit for each game. And then coming
for the
out-
Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah.
When
okay.
you came home for Christmas, which is
Yeah.
2 months prior to the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think I brought that up, and then figuring out what we were actually going to wear was just all collaborative.
Yeah.
Just sort of bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah, well, he brought that up, and everyone was like, "Wait, did we already
Yeah,
know she was
no,
going to the
we
Olympics?"
didn't. I was
No,
gonna
yeah.
say-
See, everybody was like, everyone was like, "Shh,
Everyone was
actually,
like,
don't say that on
tiptoeing
here.
out.
Like, she's not
It was
actually.
like-
We don't know
yeah,
yet.
like you have to
Tell you
plan.
until 2 months before.
Not
No,
even.
I think I
2
got
months, I don't
told
think.
on like the beginning of
Beginning of
January.
Jan.
The 8th.
Yeah.
I give you like 3 weeks.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like you have to like I know like mom and dad were planning and people were planning, but like every time it would come up, I'm like, please don't talk about it around me. You can do whatever you want, but like
Well, because
Yeah.
one of my Christmas gifts to you guys was one of our outfits.
That's true. Yeah.
So Haley didn't like seeing that.
So they had no doubts.
yeah, I'm glad you had
He had his plane ticket probably already.
Seriously.
Oh, we had- I think
plane
we-
tickets back.
Yeah, we got plane tickets like
August.
months before that. Yeah.
We almost had
maybe you.
Yeah, you have to. Unless you want
They're like, yeah, they're refundable.
Spend
Don't
more.
worry. I doubt they.
I don't know if
Mom and
mine
dad
were
just told me
refundable.
everything was refundable. Just in
No, they
case.
were. They actually were.
Yeah, so then the outfits come out. Obviously, the news outlets pick it up. You're already busy for the Olympics.
Mhm.
You guys are there on what was supposed to be a fun vacation to watch your sister play hockey, and now it's like a semi-business trip.
Yeah, especially for the
Can you walk us through that a little bit? Because that is 0 to not even 100, like 1,000.
It was 0 to 1,000. Haley didn't even know. She was like, "Can we go get breakfast?"
Well, yeah. After that game, I think my media person went up to me and she's like, "So, your brothers are going to be on Good Morning America."
Like, what they do this time?
I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Do you want to go with them?" I'm like, "I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't have to, but like, if you want me there, I guess I can like be there." So then that happened, and then we had like an off day a few days later. I'm like, "Awesome! Like, I get to hang out with you guys tomorrow. Like, what do you want to do? I have an off day." And they're like, We like aren't free until like 2:30 in the afternoon. Like we have media all morning, and I'm like,
We did. We had
Okay.
media from like 8 to 2.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like,
we had like 6 interviews.
yeah. So that's when
Which
I realized
was-
I was like, okay, this is like crazy.
Well, we started. Okay, we did the first one, and then I mean that's how like I kind of live in the marketing world, the media world a little bit. Like that's how it works. Like once you get momentum, again, you can talk about everything is circumstantial, and everything's environmental, and everything is about timing. And you can talk about Haley having 3 older brothers and work ethic and all this stuff. And the same thing you can talk about if we weren't in those exact seats, in those exact outfits. Haley scoring in the first 7 minutes of that exact game,
True.
and then the refs making multiple bad calls in which we could give reactions to it. If all of that stuff didn't happen, and then the NBC producer makes a decision of like, hey, I kind of like those guys. Let's put them on camera real quick. All those things have to happen just for the first spark. Then once you get the first spark, there are a lot of eyes on you. It's a lot easier. So it's like you don't really have to think as much. We obviously had our outfits already planned out because that's what we always say to everybody. We're going to do this anyway because it's fun for us. Like we like,
without a doubt.
you know, we have a lot of fun doing it. We have a lot of fun drawing attention to Haley because Haley doesn't draw a ton of attention to herself. So like, okay, well, she won't brag about her. We will for her. It bothers me.
Embarrass her a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And then, so from there, we still had the outfit stuff, but then we had we had in-game reactions. We had like kind of skits that we were starting to do, and we had all these other, areas of content that the momentum was so high and there was so much love for USA hockey, USA women's hockey, especially at that point, that it was like, it was easy to run with. It almost got a little out of control. I mean, there were so many people reaching out to us during that, and we made a decision, like there were a lot of companies reaching out to us, and we didn't take anything out. We're like, it's not about making money right now. Like it's about winning a gold medal. And hopefully we didn't annoy her. I mean, we couldn't have annoyed her too much because they ended up winning a gold medal. So
That's hilarious.
yeah,
When was Snoop Dogg in all this?
that was literally the second day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk
so
about 0 to 1,000.
Yeah, we landed.
I just remember seeing him on your story, and I was like, "He's next
Yeah.
to Snoop Dogg. now?
I mean,
He's never coming back."
Yeah, it was insane. We all landed in Milan. I think they landed an hour before us, but we all like met up in the airport at 9 a.m. We went to her game at 9 p.m. and was on the morning show at noon the next day, which is 6 a.m. here. So we went from landing in Milan to being on the Today Show in
With Snoop.
Less than 24 hours.
27 hours.
Yeah. Was he as chill as he seems?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the coolest guy ever, actually.
He always just seems laid back, and I always wondered if it was just in front of the camera, if it was just actually.
No, he is
He's,
100%.
like, super chill.
So did you? Okay, so obviously they had outfits. Did you know about all of them, or just was it like you saw one? Like you look up and you see 3 eagle heads in the stands?
Yeah,
Did you know about any of them?
I don't know if I
if you
like knew
that.
about any of them, but like it wasn't like surprising or shocking by any means to like
Like,
see
you looked
them.
up and you're like, "Oh, there's my brother."
Yeah, and people would be like in the locker room, like, "Did you see your brothers?" I'm like, they're literally directly
Yeah.
across from me in 3 matching
Yeah.
outfits.
Dude,
Yes,
honestly,
I did see them, but
That's
like,
kind of cruel when they do that. When we get like the seats right across from you, like when we went to Boston and we were on the glass, like we were like looking straight into Haley's eyes across TD Garden. It's
Yeah.
like
That's awesome.
that's cruel.
yeah, I mean, so I wasn't like shocked, and then
Yeah.
I was like excited to see the outfits. I was like, "Don't tell me what they are." Like, I want to, yeah, and
What
then
was the first one? Was it the eagle head?
First one was like the wrap
Full
outfits.
jumpsuits.
Yeah, full jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I like the Peaky Blinders one.
yeah,
That was-
I like
yeah,
that.
That was
too.
second. We initially we moved around the order. We were gonna do the Jord outfit, with the mullets. We moved the Peaky Blinders up.
That was the only change we made. We
Yeah.
had each outfit planned for whichever game we were doing, but the first game we went viral for booing the refs.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to, we didn't want to just pull out the trashy USA jean shorts with the mullets after that.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, let's class it up a little bit, and we went with the Peaky Blinders against.
That had to be fun to record content. Peaky
Yeah.
Blinders.
That was fun. Those were definitely our most artistically filmed videos.
Mhm.
I mean, our spot was like our living quarters was in this like little sketchy alleyway too, so it was perfect.
Yeah, it was. It
Yeah,
was.
the videos were sick.
The jorts were probably our most viewed.
There's usually not like a person that comes up to me to say congratulations without like mentioning that. Like today, I went to my elementary school, like Plank South today, and like the first teacher was like, "I just have to say, like, your brothers are so awesome." Like that's everyone always says that. I'm like, yeah.
Please.
I mean, it's likewise. The day after I got back from the Olympics in Nashville, my brother-in-law was like, going out with some buddies or something in East, and I don't know. I probably had showered, hadn't slept. It was like we left literally the morning after the gold medal game, and I wore out my Haley Winn jersey because I'm like, pride's high, USA gold medal. Oh, actually, that morning is when we won gold for the men's too. So I wore this
Oh
out.
yeah.
Dude, I was at the bar. This is in Nashville, Tennessee, in East Nashville. And I'm like ordering a drink, or like I went over, I was in line for the bathroom, and people would just be like murmuring. I'd hear people like talking about it. And then I heard this one girl talking with her friends, like, that's a Haley Winn jersey or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's a Haley Winn jersey. She's like, oh, dude, she's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm her brother. And she's like, no way. And she like couldn't believe like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's got to be cool at the same time. Like you said, if it hasn't hit completely yet, when it does, it's going to be insane. How, I guess, I don't know. What does that do mentally to you, Haley? How do you stay focused on your goals? And like, yes, you can still do this on the side and get back to your elementary school, your high school, your support group. But like you said, you're just so obsessed with hockey. How do you stay focused and kind of keep them in separate buckets so that way your skills don't.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still don't think it's really hit. Like I was outside with my parents the other day. I'm like, do you guys ever like forget that I went to the Olympics? Because like sometimes I do. Like sometimes it's just such like a huge dream. Like I still can't believe it happened. But as far as like basically not being content, like this has been my dream, my goal, like for so long. It's like now that it's happened, like now what kind of thing? And it's just like, you know, like Ryan was saying, like everything happens for a reason. Everything happens at an exact time. Like if I wouldn't say in the mix for the last Olympics, but like my name was thrown around a few times, and like I thank God that I like did not make that team, because if I made that team, like mindset wise, probably would have been totally different. Like I wasn't ready to. I would have been 18. Yes, I wouldn't have even been in college yet, and like yeah, like who knows what would have happened if I made the Olympics at 18? Like who knows how college would have been? Like who knows what my mindset would have been? But now I'm just like so fortunate. Like one. I love it so much. And I know, like, even though I did achieve this dream, like, there's still so much, and there's so much not only left to necessarily achieve, but just like enjoy. Like, I get to play this professionally, and I get to, you know, hopefully go to another Olympics, and just like, not only it's my dream, but like I get to share it with them and my parents, and obviously. And I think a huge thing is like, I've gotten a lot stronger in my faith in my high school and college years. And I think that's a big thing that I've been kind of, you know, is my foundation and what I've been laying back on. It's like at the end of the day, like none of this matters, and I'm not playing for myself anymore. I think in high school I like put so much pressure on myself, and was it was, you know, hockey or bust. And as you know, we joke about that's what it is. But at the end of the day, like I know that if I didn't have hockey tomorrow, like yes, I'd be sad, but like I would be okay as an individual. And I think growing my faith has helped me realize that like I'm going to be okay, and I'm more than a hockey player, and like hockey is what I do, and it's so amazing, and I love that I do it, but it's not who I am. So I think that helps me just like get to enjoy the work and continue every day. Like even if, you know, I did achieve this dream, like I'm not content, because it's like I just get to, it's a blessing to do what you love every day. So I think just like not taking it for granted, and, you know, having those other dreams to look forward to.
Yeah, kind of separating the hockey identity from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
yes, it's something you do rather than who you are.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think a lot of us struggle with that, whether it's our job, whether it's our sport, literally anything.
Mhm.
You have to kind of realize that you're more than one dimensional. And obviously your brothers help you do that. But before we kind of get into the end of the episode, so you go to the Olympics and you go right into the PWHL.
Mhm.
Hockey doesn't stop, obviously.
Yeah.
How has that grown since you guys have been back? Is it bigger now? Is it the same? Like how is the PWHL?
Yeah. It has definitely grown. It has been so cool to see. We were lucky in Boston too. Like my D partner is Megan Keller. She scored the overtime winner at the Olympics. So it was just so cool to like, obviously the Olympics as a whole like grew the PWHL, but having her back in Boston, I think like was just even more incredible. Like all our viewers grew, like our fans grew. We sold out TD Garden after the Olympics, which was just like so cool. Obviously the boys were there in their outfits and stuff, but it was really cool to see. I think in the past, like Boston hasn't done great with women's hockey, just because, you know, it's fairly new. There's a lot of sports teams in Boston, but to see like our fans just increase like exponentially, and everyone, yeah, was so excited to watch the Olympics and come back to Boston. And the league as a whole, I think, is like, we expanded 4 teams already. Like we're up to 12 teams, and it's going to be 4 years. So, yeah, that is really cool to see. And again, just like having them there and being able to grow the game too is super cool.
Yeah, I think you also lived up to the Boston sport hype
Mhm.
because obviously Patriots did well, Celtics made playoffs.
Yeah,
Red Sox need to step it up, but
right.
you
Mhm.
carried their load this time. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think the last thing I want to touch on is that video. I think that went viral, but it wasn't a goofy one. It was more of an emotional video where you were all talking about kind of what we talked about this whole time. How you're proud of Haley and all that she does to represent not only the country, not only Rochester, but your family as well, and what that means to you guys. So I didn't know if you guys wanted to touch on that a little bit for us so people can see truly that, yeah, she was in the moment playing for herself, but you guys were right there kind of living out your dreams just as she was living out hers.
So I think the premise of like the full video is just growing up, obviously, as her brothers. We see her whole entire life, like everything that she's put, her blood, sweat, tears, everything growing up from the backyard rink. And I think Ryan tried to show clips of all this. He can touch on that, I guess, right after. But we see her blood, sweat, and tears, her whole entire life, everything that she's put into it through youth hockey, in high school, in college, just growing, excelling, getting better at all these levels. And then finally, kind of that ultimate goal, winning gold. And then people just see them celebrating on the ice, right? Winning gold for their country. Whereas we see a lifelong's work in one moment. So I think that comes to that, and they can touch on.
Yeah, I mean, I've said in other interviews that like, it's been Haley's dream since she was a little girl to be an Olympian, and then as years went on, it like turned into my dream and these guys' dream as well to just watch her achieve her dreams. So to see it all happen and just being able to reflect on all the work that she put in and just growing up with her and her coming to the rink with us when she wasn't playing and just watching the game that she loved, sleeping on our hockey bag, trying on all of our gear. It was special.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just see like all the. I mean, people see like the pinnacle of sports, but like we see the humanity in all of it. You know what I mean? It means something a little bit different to I'm sure to families and close friends because they see the person in that larger than life athlete, which is like, to every little girl watching, it's like they see a hero, but we see that little girl. You know what I mean? So I think that's for us why it's I said it like right after. I was like, this is the greatest moment of my life. I didn't even do anything. I just watched it happen. So yeah, pretty cool.
Well, thank you guys for coming on today. I know you guys got busy schedules. You probably got 10 more medias after this. We appreciate you taking some time to talk to our community. Haley, if there's one message you want to leave everyone with at the end of this episode.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is just like enjoy the journey. Like it goes so fast. I know this has been my dream for so long, and like everyone obviously has dreams in life that sometimes we get so focused on the outcome and we just want it to happen that we kind of forget how special the process is and how special the journey is and how many things you learn, the ups and downs, the friends you make that turn into family and stuff. And I think that's so important. So just kind of being present. That's all you can be and enjoying the journey.